Hey family, hey, good morning, good morning. As you can see, it is a beautiful morning. It is Sunday, and while everyone is still resting in the house, I figured I'd get out here and check out the garden and do some garden chores and see what I need to do. I probably need to do a little fertilizing because we've got so much rain. And just checking on everything to make sure that everything is happy. So, do me a favor, do me a favor, please like, subscribe, and share. I'm trying to get to at least 500 right now. I think I'm like 10 subscribers away, and I want to thank everyone who has liked, subscribed, shared, and or commented. So let's go ahead and check out the garden and see what we're looking like and see what we need to get done. All right. Okay, so here's the Cherokee purple. This is one of the ones that I've taken out of the greenhouse and I put out here because I don't like right now that the greenhouse is not doing what I would like for it to do. So I've took a couple of them out. I think it's just the soil. Let me say that. I think the soil is fairly new. And some of the soil in one of the bins is fairly old. So I need to probably just mix it in, feed my soil in there. And it gets really, really hot. So I want to just make sure I got a balance in there. But anyway, here is the tomato. Doing good. It's doing good now. I want to see if it's going to get larger because, again, Cherokee purples are, they don't get huge, but they do get larger than this. Normally, my tomatoes are about standing here. This year, a lot of my tomatoes and my peppers are very small. Compost bin. I haven't told you guys much about my compost bin, but I've had this for about 3 years, and it's just the scraps. And I feed it, and then on this side, I do the same. I don't do, I think what it says, like, you're supposed to, like, add one side, and then once this side is ready, you do this side. I don't do that. I just fill up both, rotate it, and when it's ready, then I utilize it. Corn is looking really good, actually. This corn is doing well. I did like 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 3, then 2, you know, because it's not a very large area, but it's a nice size pot. It's a nice size pot, and I really want to see how well this do. I will fertilize my corn today, so that's one of the ones we got to fertilize. This is all the grass and weeds and stuff that I'm letting just break down, and also I take some of the brown and add it to the compost over here to help with the compost. But I want to see how this does. This is my first year trying this, just basically putting everything in here, letting it dry it up. I chop it up some to make sure everything break down, and again, more compost. Over here is the squash and the zucchinis and some garlic and onions. So these two also again came out of the greenhouse, and I just put too many in there. But this soil is really good soil. The problem with the soil was it didn't have any perlite or anything in it, so everything was draining out. So now I'm thinking it's doing better. It's doing better because it's holding on to moisture. Let's say that. You see that? It's holding on to the moisture, whereas before it was not. And those are doing fairly good. We have not been as hot as we were maybe 3 or 4 days ago, but I think these are going to do good in here. It should take over the bed, which is what I want it to do. Here's my Roma baby. Roma is doing fine. Roma is doing well. I probably will give her a little fertilizer. Now I will give the corn the fish fertilizer. I'm gonna give this one my Roma. It's just gonna be 10-10. It's gonna be 0-10-10, which is high in phosphate and potassium, not nitrogen. I don't need any extra leaves. I want basically to make sure that the tomatoes have what they need. Okay. Potatoes are doing well. These potatoes are 323, and these are probably the same, so they're fine. They still got they've still got time to grow. On the other side, those should be about ready. My apples, if you guys seen some of my other shorts and videos, I put the bags on my apples because I was told that the worms could get the apples too. So I went ahead. I'm hoping that this bag is big enough that if these get larger, it can support the it can hold all of them inside of there, because that one is fine, that one is fine, but the ones that have the clusters, this one looks fine, but the ones that have the clusters, I don't know how big these apples will get, and it's like 4 or 5 apples in this cluster right here, so we'll see. We will see. So let's see what else. Potatoes, onions. This onion in here, y'all, actually is a pretty nice size just for it to be in this bag. I also have to watch out for the rotting with all the rain, making sure that the onions don't get too soft. But once the sun come back out, it should dry up everything well. Onions and stuff, everything in here is doing fine. Garlic, it's doing fine. So, also, I pulled the scapes off of a lot of the garlics. So, now a lot of the garlic should be, I think, dying back now for me to pull. Same thing, another zucchini or squash pulled out of the greenhouse. Looks like it needs some fertilizer because it's still fairly yellow. But the newer leaves are coming in green, if y'all can see that. So I feel like it's good. It had to just get acclimated to the soil. My other strawberry little bed right here, which is looking happy right now because before it was dried out. I gotta take some weeds out of here, but okay. Garlic is looking good. Like I said, a lot of the garlic is starting to die back, which is what we want. And once it died back, so the garlics that I pulled earlier, they were not ready. They died back, but they didn't give me the bulbing dry out like it should have. A lot of them wound up rotting. So unfortunately. Alrighty, we got garlic here, everything looks like it's doing fine. I was watching Asia from Yellow Door, and she was saying this is called like witch broom or something like that. I'm not sure, but from what she was saying, her garlic did it, but her garlic did it at, I want to say, a younger stage, and it was a whole bunch of these little things coming out versus them being so thick and full. So I'm just keeping an eye out on this now because I've never heard of witch broom, but after watching her channel, I was like, okay, more information. I will keep an eye out on stuff like that. So I think this might be starting to what they call do witch broom, but I think that's also because this is probably, I don't know, I would say this is almost probably ready, but this is still really, really green. This is still really, really green. So I don't know. A lot of these are still really, really green, but I did pop, if you could see that. I took the scape out of that one. So I feel like this one should be dying back soon. But we live and we learning. So my muscadines are going ham, and I'm loving that for me. I'm looking, and it is so many little ones on here. Like there's so many muscadines on here that I'm really excited to see what's going to happen. Over here, we got garlic. We got peppers. Again, peppers are not doing as great. And I say as great in the sense of getting large enough to really produce. But we'll see. Something is also eating it up a little bit. But that's all right. I think once we get these garlics and stuff out, that more of the food will go to the peppers. And I got a cantaloupe back there that crazy is good, is having flowers, but it's not going up. And again, maybe it's because the garlics are taking up all the energy and food. Maybe we'll see. That's going to be good to see that once I pull all the garlic, will everything else in this bed start to flourish. Oh, look, I have a tomato that's actually look like it's ready. Look at this little tomato, y'all. Can y'all see that? Look, it's blushing. That's cute. This is my cherry tomato. I only did one cherry tomato. Cherry tomatoes get huge and they last forever. And I realize I don't eat as many cherry tomatoes as this thing can produce, especially when I have 3 or 4 of them. So I figured one should be good. Let it do what it does. I can have this for my salads and I'll be okay. Pretty, pretty flowers. Look, aren't they gorgeous? All right, more tomatoes. They're doing good. This one is doing good. This is the globe. Now my globe done fell on me a couple of times. Right here, you see where it broke? It healed back itself. A tomato heals itself really, really well. If you, like, I caught it when it first split. And what I did was I just put it back, left it alone, and I just pinned it up so the weight wouldn't pull it back down, and it healed back together, and it's doing fine. And everything else is still doing well. Look at that, y'all. So peppers again. My oregano. No, that's my thyme. That's thyme. Okay, so let me show you guys this. This is what I discovered. I think I have regular grapes right here. These look like regular grapes. Now this one last year didn't give me anything. Now this year, look at this. And I was thinking I didn't have any regular grapes. I thought I only had the muscadines, which is why I then went and bought this one and this one, which these babies are doing so good. Look, they were little. Look, it's been trying to get to this fence right here, but I've been trellising it, keeping it here because I need it to get here so then it can do what it does. This one right here came from a new stem in here, and then it just took off. And I'm loving that for me. So I'm thinking after this summer is over, I'm going to go and cut back maybe this. That's not doing anything, and then see what it does. Because I'm looking, and it looks like it might be shooting off of, like, I would say 3-year-old growth or so, or 2-year-old growth in there. And then it shot out this, and now it's just doing this thing. But I'm very, very excited because that looks like a grape versus the muscadine. This one actually looked like it could have been grapes. It just didn't make it. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm still happy versus. So let me say this. This one is muscadine. You see the difference in that versus how this cluster, is completely different. That cluster is completely different. So I think those are going to be regular grapes. Anywho, let me keep going. More of my peppers. I think that's a cantaloupe. Again, they're not shooting up. I think it's just because it has not been consistent. This weather been so jinky. Okay, we got squash over here. The flowers are opening up, which is good. I don't have many female flowers yet, which I'm okay with because right now I'm just really trying to train it to go up. And look at this. Look at this. It's another one over here. So this, once it get large enough, I'll probably also pull that over there so it can do that. So I got a couple of females. They're just not ready yet. But you want your females and your males to be pretty much doing the same thing at the same time so they can pollinate each other. So we happy for this right here. Again, we got carrots. Carrots are doing really good. Carrots are doing really, really well. Onions looking good. I really feel like going through and cutting a lot of the onion stock because look, the wind and the weather just be beating them up so bad that sometimes they look horrible. But then you look inside, I got new growth coming. So I'm like, I probably could come and just cut a lot of the extra onion stalks, I guess you could call them. And then, I don't know, just clean them up a little bit. I got another tomato right here. And I don't know what this one is. But it's doing well. Not getting as big as I would like, but it's doing well. And my brown jalapeno, I'm excited about this one. But again, the base is not as thick as they normally are. So, I don't know. This is my peppermint. Oh yeah, this is my peppermint. And that baby is shooting up big. So I'm going to have to give this some good chops and get ready for some tea. Now I do chew on these. And it's funny. So let me say, I chew on these. And then I just spit it out. It tastes like double mint bubblegum. That one was a little bitter. And I think it's because it looks like it's trying to go to seed. So I'm just going to come and cut it back. I'm just going to come cut it back so it can continue to do what it needs to do. So, okay. Corn. My corn over here is doing good. Again, I will be coming to fertilize this baby. I want corn this year, y'all. And if y'all don't know, the corn is going up in price. And corn is normally really reasonable. But with everything going on, corn has shot up in price. Y'all be watching. Watch y'all food prices, y'all. Watch y'all food prices. I got a couple of weeds in here. I'm going to get some of these weeds out of here. And then jalapeno doing good. I've already put maybe 3 jalapenos off of that one. My yellow bell. Now, my yellow bell gave me 1 little bell pepper so far. And I pulled it because I want the energy to continue to allow it to grow first. Here's another pepper. I don't know. Probably another jalapeno. And my rosemary is looking beautiful. Now, I do have an issue with these weeds. And it's because my neighbor, they're still working on their yard. I got great neighbors. But because they're doing their yard, where they have some of their stuff, the weeds get out of control on this end. But that's okay. I just pull it and keep it pushing. Here's my cucumber, which is trying to go crazy. I'm trying to trellis it so it can go this way. There we go. Go this way. You got all the room to go that way, but you keep trying to go that way. Okay. I got a couple of cucumbers on here already. I don't know. Look at that, y'all. Can y'all see? So I got a couple of cucumbers on here. Flowers are beautiful. So it's getting what it needs over here. This one is going that way. Once it gets to a certain point, I'm going to go ahead and push it to go that way. I think this is a weed. And I probably will add a little more mulch once it starts getting a little warmer in here. So we could, look, another cucumber. Add a little so it can stay moist over here. Because cucumbers love for it to be wet. Not soaking wet where the feet is wet, but it likes moisture. They do not like to be dried out at all. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and walk to the other side and see what we got going on. So the good thing is over here, we only have to fertilize just a couple of things, not much. Because everything is really actually doing fairly well. The biggest thing over there is it's about time to start pulling. I'm ready to start pulling the garlic and the onions so I can see what else is going on over here. So here we go, side one. Tomatoes on here is doing great. Excuse me. I did do a large cut of all the extra leaves so the tomatoes can get the energy and stuff that it needs. This Argentine is very, very prolific. Oh, excuse me. It's very, very prolific. But what I will say is on my other one over there, and I'll show y'all, some of them turned a little yellow. I've never had these tomatoes, so I don't know if the yellow is when you're supposed to actually get them. But they turn yellow, and with all the rain, some of them split. But that's okay. I'm learning. Here is my zinnias. The aphids love this. And I spray it with the water hose really well. But, look, I got a calendula over there. I think it's a calendula. The little flowers I've been collecting. This is just a pretty flower. Looks like it broke. Oh, no, it didn't break. It just fell over because there's so many in the pot. Some more strawberries. My sweet banana peppers. Now, this baby actually is doing really well. I pulled about 5 or 6 off of this already. And I still have more in here. It's doing really well. More strawberries. I've been picking strawberries like crazy. Very excited about that. Here's my rosemary. I lie. This is my Roma tomatoes. And they're doing okay. They're doing okay. I would give it an okay. I definitely feel like, you know, Romas are determinate. So when I start chopping up in here, that's all it is. But I'm definitely need to come, and I don't like it. I feel like it's too bushy. I feel like it's too bushy and it's not able to breathe the way I would like for it to breathe. And again, these are the ones that was here with me through all the winter. When it started getting cool, not the winter, but when we got them freezes. So a lot of them, I feel like it's struggling still a little bit, but I just have to do a cleanup. Just another cleanup. But I am getting Romas. Here is the Argentine that I was talking about, where if you guys look, they're nice and they're getting yellow. But I don't know. Can y'all see that? Do I pull them when they grow, or do they supposed to get red like the other tomatoes normally do? And as you can see, again, they're so prolific. I like these because they remind me of the Romas. And once I could get a good understanding of how they produce, I definitely, because here's another one, I definitely would not mind these because I want to do my paste, tomato paste, and these will be good. Now, because look, it's growing like crazy. It branches out like crazy. It will be a really, really good tomato for my paste once I understand how it works. I got a potato in here. This is my chamomile that I got from my meetup. It's doing really well. I got my chocolate mint. Now listen, Broke said this chocolate mint tastes like peppermint patties. And if y'all been watching, I got this. It was not this large. This thing is taking off. And I'm going to start getting some cuttings. All right. Oregano. Here's my stevia. Stevia is doing well. It's starting to flower. I've never had stevia before. So I don't know if the flowers is what it's supposed to do. That's something I have to look into. But it looks happy. Peppers. This is peppers and beans. Squash and zucchini that I took from out of the greenhouse. This one I had repotted up by itself, so I'm hoping that this one does well. I just pulled this one yesterday, I think, or the day before, so it may still be trying to get acclimated. I had this one and this one together, so I separated so it can have some space because they're gonna get large. I got a tomato, a mystery tomato right there. We got watermelon. Now, y'all tell me, have y'all watermelons been taken off yet? Because my watermelons are seeming to be a little struggling with this weather. And I'm saying it's because we're still getting cool temperatures at night. But it's doing, it has started to venture off through the potatoes. And for now, I'm going to just let it do what it needs to do because I don't want to stress it out trying to constantly move it around. This is a crimson. I'm going to say, I don't even know which one this is. This is a crimson. I definitely will fertilize this because I don't like the leaves are looking a little yellowish on that one. So look at this, y'all. Look at these onions. They're bulbing. Look at this, y'all. I've never had onions bulbing here, but I've been watching my lady from Jamaica, and she does what's her name, Mary, she does a lot of pot stuff, like a lot of stuff, because in Jamaica how they had to grow their stuff, and she did it in the pot. And so I was like, I wonder. And look, y'all, they are looking good, really, really good. So I'm excited about that. We got peppers with more onions. Again, my onions are huge, especially when it comes to these tops. I'm just hoping the bulbs give me some good bulbs. I have been coming in. That looks like a huge bulb. If y'all can see that. That looks huge. Well, not huge for some of y'all, but huge for me. So I've been coming and moving it around. So I keep on, I guess it's just like spooning, but I just keep moving it around so the soil can stay loose around it so it can continue to bulb. Look at all these strawberries, y'all. When I tell you I've been picking strawberries, your girl been picking strawberries like crazy. And I've actually got like a nice little Ziploc bag full of strawberries right now. Okay, this is my fig. I pulled up this fig because it was in my big bucket. And this, again, on me, the soil mixture that I made was too moist. I didn't put any perlite or vermiculite in it. And the roots was, I feel like it was just sitting down there wet. So I pulled it up, cut back some of the roots, and put it in this bucket to see if it's going to do anything. It did not do anything this year so far, but I can't count it out because this one right here did the same thing, but it came up. So, because I didn't think that one was going to do anything, I pulled it just to see. So probably this, when it cooled down, I'll probably pull this one to see if it's the same issue. These are sunflowers. I don't know what kind because they self-seeded. from somewhere. I think like when the birds came around, they be moving stuff around. So I just put them in there, and I would love to see what they do. This one is my seeds from my college, and it's almost time for them to be gone, because what I do is I don't see any more flowers. And when I don't see any more flowers, at that point I will cut it here, let them dry out, and now I got my pot back. Look at the blackberries, y'all. I need you to help me with this. Yes, it's doing well from what I can tell. But will it trellis up here onto the fence? I've learned that there's 3 different types of blackberry types, and I don't know which one this is, but I'm thinking this is more like a bush variety. There isn't any thorns on the main stem. There's thorns in there. There's thorns in there. Can y'all see that? But there's no thorns on here, which I'm assuming this is where the blueberries would come. From what I was reading and watching, these will not give me blueberries this year. This will only give me flowers, and I think next year it should give me blueberries. But I can be wrong, so I am just watching. This is the Ebony King blackberry. Oh, say hello to the new addition, y'all. Say hello. This is an apricot. This is the new addition. This is where I had the fig in this bucket. So of course I swapped everything out, did fertilizer and did everything here, added some peat moss and everything, and hopefully this baby is happy here. So far it's happy here. Everything looks good. Nothing died back when I did the when I put it into this pot. So say hello to apricot. Peppers. Now on my peppers here, I had 4. I took one out and put it here because, again, I feel like peppers do good together, but they're not getting as large, and I want to make sure they have enough room, and when I feed it, that it's not fighting for nutrients. That's my biggest thing. We got the peach tree doing well. Again, I just put the baggies on. I'm hoping everything still grows and do what it needs to do. Hopefully I didn't mess up anything. Another sunflower, 3 more sunflower, or 4. So I think these are going to be so beautiful. We got potato lane over here, potato area. Look, these potatoes are actually giving me flowers. They're giving me flowers, which I think is pretty. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's probably because I'm in the light. But can y'all see that? It's giving flowers, which normally they said when it's flowers, that means they're about ready. But these are, I want to say these were some potatoes I had in the house and put it in here. So they may not be as prolific in production as maybe some of the other ones. Now the ones back here, this one and this one was 119, 17. So these are about that time because we are now in May. So these, I would say, it's about time for them to start dying back, but I'm not going to do anything to them. I'm going to allow them to die back on their own. Then we have my Gina versus Gina potatoes, and I just potted them up some more. I just, what y'all call healing, I healed them up some more, and these were in February. So we'll see. We will see. Pretty flowers. They haven't bloomed yet, but they're coming. Now, my watermelons over here, now if y'all can see, this one gets more of that early morning good sun, and they're starting to move out now. They are starting to finally move around a little bit, so I'm excited about that. There is 2 watermelons, the Congo and the Garden Leader, but then I also got a cantaloupe in there because I want the cantaloupe to vine up. This right here, more collard greens, same thing. I think it's about done, and I'm gonna pull that stalk because I don't know if that stalk is pulling from the nutrients of everything else. So I want to pull it, and then I'll have my seed pods for next year. Again, if y'all know, I ran out of collard green seeds, and I was like, what the heck? So I figured I need my seeds. So yes, we're gonna have plenty of seeds this year. I got a tomato in the back. Hold on. Let me see if I can get back there. Okay. This one looks like it's starting to blush. Y'all see that? It's starting to blush. It's so pretty. So I'm excited about that. I will cut this back once that is done. But again, they're not getting as large, but they're producing. So, I mean, can't get mad. Can't get mad at all. Let me get myself from back there. Again, strawberries. Look, y'all. Look how pretty and big that is. That is a nice size strawberry. We also got onions in here. And again, this is the onion that I'm letting go to seed. See that? Letting that baby go to seed so I can get me some more onion seeds. Now, I feel like one side is real full and then one side is naked a little bit. But I think it's because over here, what tomato is this one? Or this is my get stuffed tomato. Now, it's getting large, but I don't see many tomatoes. I see, okay, hold on. I see a couple in there, 2. But I feel like I need to cut. But see, I don't want to cut because you got to be careful, y'all. You got to see where your flowers are. See, so there's flowers there. So I don't want to cut that one. But I want to get in here and cut because I feel like it's getting big. But I don't want leaves. I want tomatoes. So I got to make sure. Now, this is my queen of the night. Funny story. I've been watching videos. And these are not getting huge. But I don't know if these are ready or not. Because, again, the queen of the night, from what I've been looking at, doesn't really get red. Y'all help me out. Help your girl out. I don't know what to do. But I don't think they're ready yet because I don't feel like they're big enough. But also, they don't get big like regular, like the big tomatoes. So, I don't know. We're learning a lot this year. Let's say that. Here go another watermelon. And as you can see, it's going on in that bed. I'm going to let it. This bed surprised me. This bed had a lot of potatoes in it. And it did not show out like I thought it will. But I want to say it may be a lot of weeds. Might be choking stuff. Because I pull a lot of weeds from here quite often. Look at this one. You see? And all of those back there is weeds. Now, you got potatoes in here. But they definitely not doing what I expected them to do. Comfrey is showing out. And I love that for me. Carrots are showing out. And I'm loving that for me. Y'all, can y'all tell I was like, I really want carrots this year? We got carrots over here. Another queen of the night. And again, it's the same thing, y'all. Look, they don't get really, really large. They haven't gotten really, really large. But we're going to see. We're going to see. My cilantro. It's about time I start cutting out a lot of my cilantro. But carrots, onions, potatoes. Everything looks gorgeous to me, though. Like the greenery. These are my peppers, my jalapenos. Now, I think... Okay, yeah. I think this one right here is my brown jalapeno. I'm hoping this one and this one is my brown jalapeno. And the other one is just a regular jalapeno. But we will see. But as y'all can see, I'm getting peppers. You see, that's a pepper. We're getting peppers. Look, all of them. We're getting peppers. So I'm going to leave them to do what they do and see. Onion bed is doing well. I threw a tomato in here. Oh, there you go. This is another one of those Argentine. I took a cut in and I threw it in here. It got like maybe 1 or 2 roots and then I threw it in here to see what it's going to do. And it looks like it survived. So we'll see. Onions. Again, if y'all know anything, onions take such a long time and you have to make sure, this one looks like it's a nice size. You want to make sure that wherever you put it, that you're willing to let it be for as long as it needs to be. Here's my other corn bed. So if y'all notice, we got 2 on that side, got 2 things of corn on that side, and 1 on this side. Originally, I wanted this to be the red corn bed. Broke had gave me some red corn, but I think I waited too late for it. But after about 2 tries, I went ahead and just threw some yellow corn in here, and it likes it in this bed. It likes it in this bed. So, y'all know we will be fertilizing this. I think I will go ahead and start pulling. So I did not plant all of the cilantro. A lot of my cilantro went to seed and self-seeded. So here we go. This is the other side of the tomatoes. I got beans in here with some carrots, my basil. So what we call our companion planting. And my beans are looking good. I've been pulling beans. That's a pepper right there. I've been pulling my beans, but they're looking gorgeous. Everything looking gorgeous. If y'all can see the yellow tint on the tomatoes better on this end. But look how many. It's so much. And I'm excited. I'm not complaining, but I just want to make sure I get everything we're not supposed to. Now this baby right here is my butternut. I have one butternut right there that looks like it's doing fine. This is starting to grow, but I got a lot of males, but now I'm not. So at first I was getting a lot of females. Now I'm getting a lot of males, but now I don't have as many females. They're starting to get yellow, and when they get yellow and not look well, I break them off. Like this one looks like it's going to be a good one, but you see these are yellow, so I don't think those are going to do well, but we will see. That right there is a cucumber. Ooh, I see cucumbers. So understand, y'all, sometimes I don't see stuff until I'm showing y'all. So let's see. But I do see a cucumber, and it looks like it's going to be a good one. Do you see it? Nice size one. Oh, here goes another one right there. So, okay, we're getting cukes. Okay. Again, my collards. This one went to seed, and it's about time to pull this one too. Again, I am really thinking that when I pull these root balls out, that it's probably going to feed. You know what? I may not. I'm going to try something. I'm going to just cut this one real low. I'm not going to pull it and let it rot out the rest of the way and see if it does well. And I'm going to pull the other ones over there out and see which one does better. Now, I will say the chicken's been loving on this because I've been finding the worms and I've been giving it to the chicken, so that's been fun. But yeah, this baby's about done too. It's just a couple of little flowers, but they're pretty much done. Okay, what we got over here? So I do have still a couple of starch that I need to put out, but my game plan is to see how everything is doing versus me just keep putting stuff out and then they overcrowd each other. So we got cucumbers over here. Wait, this is a cucumber. Yeah, that's a cucumber. This, I think, is a squash. Or might be a cucumber. And this is a tomato. This is my Roma tomato. So funny part, this looked like it was going to die. I just left it, though, and I was like, come on, you can do it. And it did it. It came back, started new growth. When it got cold, it messed this one up. But now it looks like it's ready to come back, and I'm going to let it come back. We got some peppers, some more carrots, more peppers. We got a cayenne right here. Doing okay. At first it was getting eaten up by the bugs. And more onions. This is what I mean by the onions, y'all. Look how, like, they look horrible, but there's nothing wrong with the onion. You see that? There's nothing wrong with it. It just looked like with all the weather. I feel like I'm going to just cut these back. Okay, this is the peach one that I said is struggling. I'm trying to let it do what it needs to do, but what concerns me is it still moves around a lot as if the roots haven't taken. So I don't know. Alrighty, we're in the greenhouse. And, okay, the greenhouse is growing. But I've had to mess around a lot with the soil because I was using old soil and new soil, but I wasn't putting the perlite and stuff in it. So I feel like it was getting compact. So I redid the bed again for the third time. I think I'm good with it now. These are beans, and they seem to be getting larger now. These are my peppers. Remember, this is where I took a lot of the squash and zucchini out of because it just looked like it wasn't doing. Like, for instance, look how yellow these cucumbers are. Now, in this bed, I know there's plenty of fertilizer, and it could be it's too much, you know, because so let me say this. Where people, sometimes too much is just as bad as not enough. because what happens is it could be stressed out because it's just too much fertilizer for it. So I have not been fertilizing anything in here because I know I put the black cow, then I put some what was the soil I put? The jungle growth in here. So I put quite a bit in here of good soil that already has fertilizer. So I don't want to do too much more. Now, with me saying that, look at this. Look at the zucchini. The zucchini was very, very yellow. Now, look, y'all, a flower opened. That is new. That is today new, this morning new, because that wasn't open last night. But the leaves are starting to get green again. So, again, I think everything had to get acclimated. I dropped my thing of thyme in here, my Thai basil, and as y'all can see, they sprouted. It had got wet, so I was like trying to, and then yeah, they all fell in, and I was like, oh well, but they all came up. So eventually, I'll be separating these and putting them out. Purple basil. I put one spinach in here, and I wanted to see if it was going to come up, but we'll see. More peppers, but again, it's not doing horrible. It's just not doing as well as I like. And again, it gets so hot in here. Last night was the first night that I left everything open, and looking at that, it actually looked like it might have done it well. Here is this side. This is where I took the other Cherokee tomato from. The beans are looking good. The peppers are doing better. Tomato, this is another Cherokee. And the macaroni red sweets, I wound up putting the macaronis in here so they can get better. I added some parsley because I didn't have no parsley. And I did some Santa Fe peppers and some more bells. So I did 3 bells and then 1 Santa Fe. Why? My game plan is when these start getting larger, I want these to be the ones that once it start cooling off, that stay in the greenhouse throughout the winter if I can. But everything in here is looking pretty okay. The lemon watermelon I had died. It didn't do well in here at all. And again, I know it's due to the soil. The soil is not the best soil. So once everything come out of this bed, I will clean it up, restructure the soil, and see if we can get better at that next year or later in the winter. But all is well. So that is the walkthrough. I got some fertilizing to do. Let me show you this. I fertilize with this, which is 1010. And I fertilize the trees with this, which of course this is a slow feed, so I don't do it all the time. I normally just do it maybe once or twice within the season, and as it rains and waters and stuff like that, I leave it be. And of course I have my good old 10-10-10, and then I have Stinky fish fertilizer. So that is the garden for now, and that is some of the chores that I have to do. Not a whole lot of fertilizing this morning, but we'll get some fertilizing done. And I'm going to enjoy this Sunday morning. It's quiet. It is nice. And I'm out here alone for a little bit until everybody wakes up. So until next time, please like, subscribe, and share again. We're trying to at least get to 500. And then, of course, after that, I'm going to push to get some more likes and subscribes and shares. But until next time, bye.